I'm just a regular guy, flesh and blood, but I love soaking in volcanic lava. The scorching magma? Best massage I've ever had. The blazing flames honestly just put me in a great mood. And getting struck by lightning? That actually feels kind of refreshing. See, we live in a high combat era where your chi blood level determines your fate, while everyone else is grinding with spirit energy and pills to build their chi blood. I suddenly awakened a stellar-class nuclear fusion system inside me. With the system's boost, my body temperature can easily crack 1,000 degrees. Even standing 100 meters away from me, you'd be getting cooked by my nuclear radiation. Even the highest grade aerospace alloy turns into a puddle of molten metal the second I touch it. But this seemingly overpowered system, it brought me nothing but unexpected disaster. Right now, I'd been secretly brought to a special interrogation room 30 meters underground. The walls here weren't just half a meter thick. They were packed with soundproof, energy-absorbing material. Not even the buzz of a fly could escape this place. The sealed space combined with the intense heat radiating off my body turned the whole room into a steam cooker. The agent assigned to interrogate me went by the code name Cold-Face King. He slammed his fist on the table, trying to dominate me with sheer presence. Who sent you? What organization are you with? You've been undercover at that school for 3 years. What's the goal? But the moment his hand hit the table, the solid alloy surface dented like clay. A faint handprint pressed right in. The thing had literally been baked soft by the heat coming off me. Cold-Face King kept his poker face, but inside, he was absolutely losing it. What the hell kind of body is this? Is this dude a walking blast furnace? Cold-Face King's throat was bone dry, parched like crazy. He noticed my cracked lips too, and the way I was eyeing the water jug sitting right next to him. He grabbed a bottle of room temp water and slid it across to me. Start talking. Drink this, then write down exactly how you mutated. The second my fingers touched the cup, the calm water surface suddenly started fizzing, tiny bubbles popping up everywhere. The bubbles got bigger, rolling harder and harder, and in just 2 seconds, a cup of room temperature water straight up boiled right in my hand. Cold-Face King just stared, completely dumbfounded. He watched me pick up that violently boiling cup and chug it like it was just plain tap water. The water hit my stomach before it could even be absorbed, instantly vaporized by my body heat into high-pressure steam, which cycled through my system and carried away some of the heat. I couldn't hold it back. I let out a burp. A visible pale blue jet of high-pressure steam shot out of my mouth like a blade, aimed straight at Cold-Face King. The steam column hit him dead in the face. Sure, the air had cooled it down a little, to around 200 or 300 degrees. But the force behind it? His try-hard bulletproof shades exploded right off his face. Cold-Face King's vision went white, his face burning like crazy. Then the stench of singed hair hit his nostrils. Ah! Cold-Face King screamed, covered his face, and stumbled backward until his back slammed into the wall. My eyes, my eyebrows! He touched his face. His once thick eyebrows were completely gone, just 2 charred black streaks. Even the hair on his forehead had been singed and curled, still smoking. Cold-Face King pointed at me with a shaking hand, totally broken, not an ounce of tough guy energy left. Yanked the door open and practically crawled out of the room. Get someone else in here! Now! That room is a furnace. That thing is literally a giant pressure cooker. My eyebrows, man. My eyebrows! His desperate screaming echoed all the way down the hallway, and at that exact moment, deep inside me, that cold robotic system alert went off again. Warning. Coolant critically low, core temperature still rising. Recommend immediate intake of high-energy coolant. After Cold-Face King bolted out looking like a total burnt mess, the higher-ups decided to move me to a deep-level lab normally used to study high-tier mutant beasts. I sat in a specially built lead-lined room, while the blast-proof glass observation room across from me was packed with experts and officers in full heavy-duty hazmat gear. The looks on their faces, like they were watching some kind of prehistoric ritual. Everyone ready? Begin feeding. With that order, the alloy hatch in the corner of the room slowly creaked open. A thick robotic arm carefully extended in, gripping a small lead-lined box at its end. The box opened. Inside sat a rock no bigger than an egg, giving off an eerie green glow. It was a high-concentration raw uraninite ore, radiation off the charts. Get within 3 meters as a normal person, and you'd already be showing acute radiation sickness. But to me, this thing looked and smelled exactly like a premium piece of dark chocolate. I swallowed hard. That craving, coming straight from deep in my DNA, from the mutation core burning in my chest, had my eyes practically glowing green. All right, don't mind if I do. I rubbed my hands together and gave the crowd outside the glass an awkward little look. First time eating a rock in public, after all. A little embarrassing, sure, but mostly I was just starving. Under the horrified stares of every expert in that room, I opened my mouth and bit right into it. Zero hesitation. The crisp crunch echoed through the entire observation room via their high-sensitivity recording equipment. Not bad, a little gritty, gets stuck in your teeth. But that rich, heavy metal flavor, pure, authentic uranium-235, kind of like pop rocks going off on your tongue. In the observation room, the researcher in charge of logging data wrote down, with trembling hands, what might be the most historic entry ever recorded. Subject number 001, Yibai Feeding Project. Item consumed, high-risk radioactive uranium ore. Subject response, extreme enjoyment. Taste rating, comparable to a snack. Note, this is not scientifically possible. A few bites in, I'd completely chewed through that rock and swallowed it whole. Then something wild happened. The vital signs monitor that had been going absolutely haywire, the numbers started dropping fast. The white steam constantly rising from my head slowly faded, then vanished entirely. My skin, which had been glowing red hot like a branding iron, started cooling down. It shifted to a healthy, rosy tone with just a faint hint of fluorescent pink. If you ignored the radiation meter still going off the charts, I honestly looked like a healthy kid who just walked out of a spa. You see that? All his vitals are stabilizing. The mutation core is no longer going haywire. It's entered a stable operating state. This confirms it. This is literally his fuel. Meanwhile, the logistics chief from the Special Management Bureau looked like he was about to pass a kidney stone, hand over his chest, voice shaking, on the verge of a heart attack. That ore was pulled from the National Strategic Reserve, premium grade, 30 million bucks. That's not feeding a person, that's feeding a money-eating monster. If he eats like this every meal, we're filing for bankruptcy next month. Money. Do you even know what strategic investment means? He eats radiation and outputs clean energy. That is the future. 30 million? Please. If he wanted to eat the reactor off a nuclear sub, we'd rip it out and hand it to him. I licked my lips, still wanting more. That tiny chunk of ore had only refilled about 0.1% of my energy bar. But that feeling of raw power rushing through my whole body was back. And this time, it was different. Before, the power had been wild and totally out of control. Now, with actual fuel in the tank, the mutation core felt like it had finally been tamed. Calm, but absolutely powerful. And right then, a deep blue holographic screen, visible only to me, unfolded across my vision.